Just before we start, we are going to be playing a film about the work we do, and I just wanted to let you know that we will be referring to domestic violence and homelessness, but we're also going to be talking about love and the power of community. Every day, there are women and children driven to flee their homes, not by choice, but by necessity. Often, the act of leaving is unplanned, with many only able to take the things they can carry. With luck, crisis accommodation may be available, or a friend offers a room for a while. Others may sleep in their car. This is the beginning of a period of homelessness and the relentless retelling of trauma in order to achieve the ultimate goal: safe housing. When that day comes, there's still one critical issue. Their new home is empty. Every night in Sydney, women and children are sleeping on the floor. This is a silent crisis behind closed doors, and why ReLove began. It's a simple idea. Create a safe place to shop for everything people need to furnish their homes by rescuing furniture from companies, hotels, and the community. Give people the dignity to choose how they want to start again, and deliver to make the move as stress-free as possible, and make it free.
I had no bed, I had nowhere to sit and eat, and ReLove let me go shopping in their warehouse. I got to choose exactly what I wanted to. Oh, it was wonderful.
The autonomy to choose, especially at times of great disempowerment, has an immeasurable impact. ReLove now supports over 80 charities across Sydney, an environmental solution to a social need. In the last year, we've supported over 780 families, providing over $10 million worth of furniture and saving football fields from heading to landfill. ReLove is the only service in Sydney doing what we do at scale and is critical to breaking cycles of homelessness. We don't receive government funding. Instead, we rely on the support of our community. Our goal is to establish 1,000 safe homes next year. So please, support ReLove to help many more women make a fresh start. At the end of that film, that little girl, Lani, that's why we do what we do. Because that moment when her mum could finally take a deep breath out and say she was safe in her new home, and for that moment when she could ask Lani to put her hands over her eyes and the big reveal and say to her, "We're finally home," that's why we are here. 5 years ago, Ben and I started ReLove. I'm an architect and he's a banker. We don't come from this space. We're just two people with a good idea, seemingly, and we often call ReLove our accidental charity. Because when we set out to help 5 women move from a refuge into a home by calling on our family and friends to just donate a bit of furniture, we had no idea of the scale of the problem that we were stepping into. More than 75,000 people are turning up to homelessness services in New South Wales every year. And domestic and family violence is the leading cause of homelessness for women and children in Australia. And at the same time, we're facing a growing environmental crisis because Sydney's landfill will be full in 2030, with furniture being one of the largest contributors. And 95% of commercial furniture is heading into landfill, coming out of office fit-outs and hotels. And that's where ReLove sits, at the intersection of these two enormous environmental and social problems. On one side, we have families who are moving out of crisis into empty homes, and on the other, we have thousands of tonnes of furniture being discarded every year. So at ReLove, we thought it was pretty obvious, let's just join the dots. And we recognise that housing is still a critical challenge, but what we now know is housing alone is not enough. Because someone is finally getting the keys to housing, that should be a moment filled with hope for safety and stability and a new future. But today, when people get housing, it's empty. There's nowhere to sleep, there's no way to cook a meal, there's no table to sit around with your children. And how can we ask people to rebuild their lives and show up to work and send their children to school and recover from trauma without the stability of a home first? In every suburb across Sydney, there are still people living in homes with nothing. It's a hidden crisis, it's on our doorstep. But the good news is what we've built at ReLove works. 5 years on, we're no longer just two people. We're a movement of people. You guys are part of that, who have come together to give people everything that they need to start over with dignity, with agency and with choice. And we're doing it at scale by partnering with the property industry, with hotels, retailers and the community. We're diverting thousands of tonnes of furniture from heading to landfill and solving two problems at the same time. But what truly makes ReLove different isn't what we do, it's how we do it. We place our clients at the heart of every decision we make because we believe in a simple truth, that everyone deserves a safe home that is theirs, shaped by their choices, reflecting who they are. Because choice matters. When everything's been taken away from you, your safety, your control, your sense of self, being asked a simple question, what would you like? That's not a simple thing, that's absolutely everything. And we know that a home is not just furniture, it's all the little details. It's the homewares, it's the scented candle, it's the cushions and pillows and throws. But the real power of ReLove is that moment when someone comes through our doors and they're met with warmth, with kindness and with love and without judgment, without ever having to retell their story. And then we go in and we set up their homes, we put the furniture in place, we make the beds and we even take away the rubbish. And I can tell you every single day there's a lot of hugging and joyful crying at ReLove, because that moment of human connection, that may be the very first time in a long time that somebody has slowed down, listened and truly cared. And that moment can mean more than anything. Love truly is at the heart of everything we do. In the last 5 years, we have moved over 10,000 people into housing. So we definitely know what we're doing now. But what we've proven is this, there's a solution and we're only just getting started.
Thanks, Ren. We wanted to talk about some of the statistics that we've covered, so in the last 5 years, but also just in the last year. But we don't actually like talking about statistics, we're supporting people. And to take a leaf out of Kian, the wonderful first presenter this morning, I'm just going to tell you a quick story. We supported a young woman who was 19 when she came to us. She's the same age as my youngest daughter. She had been experiencing homelessness for most of her teens. And that's couch surfing. It's refuge accommodation. It's sleeping in your car. It's not always people sleeping rough. She came to us, referred to via a charity. She chose a whole house of furniture. We moved her in the next day. We often ask our clients, what's your favourite thing? And for Eva, so her name's Eva, and she's given us consent to tell her story. Eva said, my favourite thing is my bookshelf. And we don't get that a lot, but her bookshelf was important to her because she had been travelling with a suitcase of possessions and a suitcase of books. She was such an avid reader. So we move her in, she's now got a beautiful desk, she's got a house full of furniture, and I'm not downplaying anything from Eva's past or still what she's going through, but she's good, she's on her way. She's working, she's studying communications at UTS, and we were a small part of that change in helping her provide for a restart. So we move now 25 families a week. We move, so in the last 12 months, 1,062 families, 2,300 people, so many kids in these units. You know, we're really trying to help break cycles of poverty and homelessness and violence for the next generation with safe housing. 2,300 tonnes saved from landfill in the last 12 months. So as Ren said, this is a really significant environmental focus of what we do as well. And we're saving per person, so around $180,000 of government money, of courts, of police support, of taking people and helping them get into safe housing. So it's a huge cost benefit to society. So I just really wanted to talk about the property industry and ways that people can get involved. We are totally community in action. We have only done this with the power of connection and getting great people and great companies on board. We need partnerships to sustain and grow this model. We have a little foothold in Melbourne. We've got some space in Brisbane. We need the partnerships to continue this work. Corporate volunteering, for those who are Sydney-based, corporate volunteering is a wonderful team day. I'm sure there are some people in the room here who have done corporate days at ReLove. There is nothing token about this experience. We have corporate volunteers walking alongside clients, shopping for everything they need. So organising the free store so it's looking beautiful every day. We have corporate teams go out on the road with our trained staff to help people fully set up, take away all the rubbish, make the beds, set up the kitchen. But also furniture defits. Let's work together on this. We can take furniture at scale. You think about all the stuff that comes out of an office. Small meeting room tables are perfect as dining tables in smaller social housing settings. We're providing about 25 tables a week. Tambours just aren't really used anymore. We provide tambours so people can have some storage. There's very, very little built-in storage in social housing. So please take our details via the QR code there. It takes you to the website. Get in touch and we'd love to continue this conversation. So thank you.